Hello friends, my name is Ishan Chaudhary and today I'll be discussing this OutperformX VCPSwing indicator. I developed this indicator together with VCPSwing just out of curiosity. I'm not at all a full-time professional trader, but I create trading view indicators from different technical concepts just as a hobby. So now regarding this indicator, you can find the trading view indicator link in the pinned section of VCPSwing. So if you go in this tweet and scroll down, you'll also get a basic idea of what this indicator is and how it is used. In today's session, I'll explain its practical usage in more detail. So the main idea behind this indicator was to scan and filter stocks that show strong relative outperformance against a benchmark. Now, just to be clear, outperformance doesn't only mean that the stock is going up. It also means that whenever the market is negative, your stock is still holding its ground, even if it is giving flat or minimal returns. In both situations, the stock is outperforming the market. Okay, so now let's see how to add this indicator. In this post, you will find the link to this indicator. Simply click on it. This will open the indicator page on TradingView. From here, you can add the indicator to your favorites so that it becomes easily accessible whenever you want to use it. After this, we'll click on use on chart. So your chart will open with the indicator applied here at the bottom. Here is my trading screen with the stock chart. Below you can see the indicator. To better understand what outperformance really means, I'll also add the mid small cap index above the chart for comparison. You can click the plus here, Nifty mid small 400, enter and click on new pane. The index is here. I'll just shift it up and make its style as hollow candles so that we have a similar way of displaying it. Have our indicator open on a chart. This chart has mainly two colors, green and red. Green means that in this time period the stock has been outperforming the benchmark, while red means that the stock has been underperforming the benchmark. And in areas where this value is almost equal to zero, it means that the stock has been giving similar returns as compared to the benchmark itself. On this chart, you can also see three types of markings: this purple dot, this yellow dot, and this H. What it means, I'll explain this one by one. So firstly, we'll just go to settings. Here you can see for the base index, I have used Nifty mid small 400 index. Now I have set this because I mostly trade in mid and small cap stocks. You can select any other index or maybe individual stocks as well if you want to find out the performance of the stock with respect to any other benchmark. Below is the performance period. This is generally the period for which I want to see the performance of my stocks. So when it is 21, it means that the stock gains are calculated for the last 21 bars. Please note here that the time frame open on the chart is used for the calculation. So if you have an intraday chart, say of 5 minutes, then it will consider the last 21 bars of the 5 minutes chart. I prefer to use this value as 50, as too less a value includes many fluctuations and too large a value is also not quite helpful as it misses out on swings of the stocks. Below is the short-term peak for performance days. It basically highlights the highest value of the outperformance in the given number of bars. So currently this value is 50. It means that the highest outperformance value within the last 50 bars is highlighted. And this is done with the help of these purple dots. I prefer to use 21 here as a value as I found it useful for detecting the outperformances on the 50 bars performance period. So again, these purple dots are the highest value of performance in the said amount of bars. The yellow dots appear when the outperformance value is the highest within the last 252 bars or 1 year. And this H appears whenever the performance value or the outperformance value hits highs, new highs, but the price has not even made a new high. This shows that the stocks can even outperform the index much more without even hitting new highs. Now we'll just look at some examples. So now we will go through some examples. I have just added the Nifty Mid Small 400 index here above and 50 EMA to the stock just to understand the overall trend of the price movement. I would also like to make it clear that this indicator does not give any buy or sell signals. It is just to scan or filter out the strong outperformers in the market. You can shortlist the stocks which you want to trade as per your own system and use this indicator just to check if the stock is indeed an outperformer in this current market. So as we can see that during this time period, February to April, that is the month of March, the market was falling sharply during this time period. This is where exactly I wanted to find out which stocks are not going down and are strongly holding their positions or are outperforming the market. As for the first example, Jainico Industries, here I can see that during this time period, the market had many fluctuations, but during the same time, the stock gave a strong start here on this day and was consolidating later near the highs. This is when it came in my scanner, and I also saw that during this period only the stock had been giving multiple purple dots. That is, in this time, the stock had been hitting new outperformance highs many times. So, this was just a boost to my confidence to not ignore this stock but to track it more attentively and enter the stock as per my own system. Second example is Aether Energy. Here also you can see that the market was falling strongly during this time period. But during the same time, the stock was near highs and consolidating. And below, I could see during the same time multiple purple dots, which means that almost every other day the stock was outperforming more and more as compared to the index. Another example would be Aeroflex Industries. The same again, but in this case, the stock was now hitting yearly outperformance highs as well as sometimes hitting highs even before the price was breaking out. This led to a strongest conviction to keep this stock as number one on my priority list. So again, just to summarize, the entry and exit for the stocks has to be decided by your own system with your own risk analysis and appetite. This indicator only filters out the strongest stocks which are waking up and gearing to outperform the market while also breaking its own previous performance records. So thank you. That's all. If you have any other suggestions for the indicator or any questions, please get in touch with me or VCPSwing on Twitter. Thank you.